Last quarter just about to get underway, and it's over to you, Matty Fodia.
All right, and we'll toss it up again in the centre. Here we go. The Blues need to start red hot. They were kicking downhill as Taberner goes up against Evans. Evans won the tap down, but leading to the footy was Evans, and Twycross came in off the square, gave it back to Evans, and he flicks it out wide. And now spinning and turning is Ben Turner, who kicks it out wide, and there's a mark taken, however, by Jake Sheriff across half-back. And he'll steady things up. The Blues need... Well, they probably need to keep Heathmont scoreless. So the kick finds McLean, who's always looking to handball so quickly. It's obviously Bryce McGain's initiative, but the kick goes straight back to Sheriff. So these two are just playing kick to kick here, McLean and Sheriff.
Talk about Watts lyrical.
Yep, so Sheriff up the line. And it looks like Lee Odermatt, he's been spectacular today. The wise old man of the Heathmont Jets goes down the line towards the Viking. Colombo puts pressure on Laser Shepherd. The Viking, he stepped in and out, gave the handball over the top to Sindri. He pops it up to the square. Burley, Smith, goal! It's a goal. It's a goal to Bailey Stevens. Your man, Brash, the ex-Eagle. Yep. That's his second of the day. Another one from the top of their goal square. Well done by Colombo laying the Shepherd for the Viking, who gave it over the top. A little kick around the corner from Sindri. Wes Smith dropped what he might have probably wanted to take the next time, and Stevens was there to mop up. It's the first major. That's the third nail in the coffin. Heathmont are 15-4-94. They lead the Waverley Blues 9-7-61. 1.5 minutes gone to the last turn, Brush.
Exactly what Waverley Blues didn't want. One against the grain, straight up. It makes it just that little bit harder now, BWS.
Certainly does. It's a hefty margin. They'll need a quick answer. Minute and a half into this final term. Umpire throws it up. Ball hits the deck. Is there a whistle being blown for a free kick? It looks like it's going to go the way of the Blues. Playstead.
Who ran the wrong way. Even if it was his free, he's run the wrong way.
McIntosh, short pass on English. He's just going to thump it, isn't he? Inside forward 50. He's looking for a breezy, but didn't hit the mark. Little handball away there by Price. Spotted up his teammate there in Turner out towards the back flank. Bouncing football over the head of all players, and over she goes out of bounds. For
the ball skills haven't been there for the Waverley Blues in the second half at all.
No, have not. It's dropped right off.
I'm sure their kicking efficiency will be right down.
Fortunately, I don't have a stat for that, Matt.
Oh, we do. We just haven't collected it.
No, I haven't got it.
Well, Wayne Brasher, major stats man of the Eastern Football League. You need to lift your game if you're calling it out like that, mate. As the handball comes out up towards the half-forward line now for the Waverley Blues. Savage in the front spot. It was a good mark that he took, looking for the fend-off very quickly. They're 2 kicks from home. Inside forward 50, getting underneath it nicely with the flight of the ball, McDonald, and he gets off very quite quickly too. Sferns got it away. He gets it back this time from McIntosh. He's going to go backwards to go forwards. Hits Jakey Sheriff in the back pocket, who just owns that area of the ground. There's absolutely no doubt about that.
Patrols even.
Patrols, yeah. It's even better. Loving the puns.
Tom Rourke just trying to see how that left ankle will go after he walked off gingerly. I don't know why they'd risk him though. 33 points up.
Oh, they might just sit him in a forward pocket.
So Heathmont leading this game by 33 points. Mark has been taken that time by Evans. That was strong jukes. He looks sideways. Now he's going to go forward, just poke it forward, and that works too because Burley's out in front. So essentially 2 kicks from home. Goes up towards Abrezi. Couldn't quite pull the mark down at the fall of the ball. Nicely done there by McLean. Got it out, got the handball away. Scooped upon by McNamara, who just coughed it up in the end to snap around the body by Burley. Inside forward 50, Odermatt has the front spot. And if you're playing front and a quick kick comes in from a turnover, Wayne Brasher, you are going to be in the hot seat, and Lee Odermatt knows how to read the football.
And that's why Lee Odermatt's lining up for goal number 3.
So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Heathmont 15-4-94, leading 9-7-61. It's a 33-point margin. We've given it 3 nails in the coffin. Will we give it the final nail? No, we won't. The crowd went up and the umpire said no.
Very confidently as well. I thought that was through.
For one behind, just pushed it to the left-hand side. So There is life left in this game for the Waverley Blues. They trail by 34 points. I tell you what, it's going to take a monstrous effort. They need to kick 6 goals to none as they bring the ball back in, this time through Malloy out towards the half-back line. But a strong mark has been taken by Evans. It might just be beyond him here. He looks like he's just going to pop it up and pop it up. He just does as Abreze. He's in there. Couldn't quite pull it down at the fall ball. Coughlin was there on the left boot. He's trying to scramble it away. He couldn't do so. It's picked up there. Kick goes inside forward 50 for Heathmont over the top there of Stevens' head. Picked up by English, handball away. Gets it to Odermatt, who goes for a check side. Well, he nearly brought the house down. It was a perfect pocket to do so, but Leroy couldn't do that one that time and threw for another behind. But they are peppering at the moment. They're all over it. A quick ball has come back in. It's a 35-point margin. And
they've committed the Cardinals to...
No one touched it from the kick out of Malloy. And the short ball inboard from Cassini finds the target there. It looks like Ryan Burley, the grasshopper.
Yep.
So, yeah,
so the wheels have dropped
they're
certainly
panicking.
off, haven't
They're
they?
panicking, aren't they, Brash? So they probably have time to still just steady themselves, the Blues, but there's a bit of sheer panic. Bryce McGain won't be happy with that. So Ryan Burley, he's been pretty impressive today, the grasshopper. He's going to give it a fair old roost. He'll probably just curve out a little bit onto that favoured right boot, and he's popped it up. Bangs good off the boot. There it is. They brought the ton up. Heathmont 16-6, 102, lead the Waverley Blues 9-7-61. I reckon that's all 4 nails. We've just got to lower the coffin into the ground at 6.5 minutes gone in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, hard to see the Waverley Blues coming back now from 41 points down. They had to score the opening 2 goals in this last quarter, BWS, to have any sort of chance, but Heathmont have kept their foot on the throat in the opening 7-8 minutes and really have put the game beyond their reach.
Actually worried about what this margin could blow out to at the moment, Wayne Brusher.
Well, it could blow out to easily 60-65 points here.
They've tired them out, and now they're going to get the knockout blows. Evans won the tap. Taberner doesn't know what's going on. Young put some pressure on. Evans, who's tried hard all day, got the handball through to Robinson, who gave it back to Turner, who's been literally everywhere for the Blues. His kick's out in front of McNamara, who does well to mark in front of Knudsen. So he plays on quickly, as they probably need to. The kick's down towards Sheriff and his man. Well done there on hands and knees for the Blues. Handball over the top. Running away with it, though, looks to be McDonald. Got the handball over to English. English handball's even wider to Finn Brown, who's moved into defence for this last quarter. The handball back. McIntosh to Sheriff again. Look at him. Badge and gun goes straight up the middle towards the centre circles where Sindri is in space. And he marks in the centre circle. Pedals back. Short ball over the top. Conyers, who's been relatively quiet but still serviceable today. And he goes wider still, looking for Odermatt, who's been very impressive. He might wheel around on that trusty left boot here, BWS.
Buddy Franklin style.
I reckon that's what he's thinking. If he kicks this one, he'd much rather it on this side, so he can give something to the crowd. But I think he's thinking about number 3 here is Lee Odermatt from right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Good spot up by Conyers as well. We know he got injured early and he's come back and doing
Runs
his job.
around on the left. Looks good. Narrow side, one behind. 16-7, 103. Waverley Blues, 9-7, 61.
Let's go around the grounds with Barry Cotts on the score centre.
Yeah, Division 4, it's Eastbourne 11-3, 69 to Forest Hill 6-12, 48. Glen Waverley Hawks 12-8, 80 to Kilsyth 6-4, 40. Coldstream 9-10, 64 to Surrey Park 5-6, 36. And Whitehorse Pioneers 17-12, 114 to Sylvan 7-7, 49.
That's a slab, Dan.
Huge kick out, but what a fly there by Odermatt. He's really stepped up, especially in this second half. He's going to thump the ball back in. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Colombo had the back spot, but he found his way to the front. He copped one high. The umpire was right there. He said, no, you didn't. Probably a little bit stiff, but we'll have a bounce 25 metres out from goal. It's a 42-point margin. Ball thrown up, close towards that boundary line, kept alive. Taberner, the big ruckman, snaps it around the body, kicks the ball out of bounds on the full.
I think the one thing that Joel Caldwell will be really happy is the forward pressure still deep into late into the fourth quarter that his forwards are prepared to put on.
David Sindri, well, he was never going to go for goals. He kicks it. Turner had the front spot. Arms got chopped, took the mark, but played on. Umpire said give it back to him.
But he played on. I don't know why the umpires brought that back there.
It was very quick. I think he got the handball away before the whistle was blown for the mark, so the benefit of the doubt was given there. So the kick now, grandstand side, goes out towards the Price direction. That was the target. Odermatt had the front spot.
It down.
Tell you what, he's
really
having a
stepping up. He's not passing this BWS. This is the dream.
There is
have a go, Lee.
There's certain players that love to stand up on a radio broadcast game, and Lee Odermatt is certainly one of those. He is looking sideways.
He's pretending BWS.
He's not pretending. He'll come in now. He can kick 50 metres and he kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Well, he got the journey.
Shocker.
He got the journey easy.
So
a tired kick that.
He's been everywhere though this quarter.
Yes.
So out of bounds on the full. 42 points is the margin out here on EFL game day. It was a close contest for so long. The Jets have taken off, so to speak, and out here at the hangar it is Tabernar to bring the ball back in.
So he goes long down the line. Finn Brown flies and takes a good pack mark. And
tell you what, I like the cut of his jib. This bloke
jumps at the footy. English steps in, gives it back to Brown, who's about to be crunched, but he got his handball. He doesn't have the footy umpire. English came in and laid out his direct opposite number, Tyson Hale, the 2'8". He absolutely laid him out. He'll get a free kick for his efforts, Will Hale.
Amazing.
English wants to go him again.
A few kilos difference, isn't
it?
Yeah.
So Hale goes long down the line.
It's like you or me versus Matt.
I'd run a lot faster than you two. So ball spills out there as Turner just taps it out on hands and knees. Hawkins back to Playstead round the corner. Finds none in particular. And they'll chip it around. Knudsen to Sindri. Handball back to Ferns. He fancies himself in the attacking half of the ground. Kicks out wide. There's that man again, Lee Odermatt. He sniffs a vote in the player of the match.
Tell you what, I reckon he's had close to 10 possessions in this quarter.
Absolutely tailing whoever's up. It looks like it's Gill on the mark. We won't blame him. Out to Stevens, the ex-Eagle. Been good all day. Kicked 2 goals. He goes towards Colombo. It's over his head. Taberner mops up. Tried hard all day. Long down the line. Odermatt again near the footy. Ferns.
Tell you what, he's got back.
Goes back. He's had a good game as well. The kicks towards Conyers, and they're just toying with them here, Brash. They're picking them apart with elite kicking. So the handball out wide to the Sheriff, and Sheriff goes long inside 50. Sitting under the footy is Turner. Another one of Waverley Blues' best, and he takes a steadying mark.
Maybe too nonchalant then.
Exactly. The kick is dropped. It's a vital drop. But he's wrapped up. And it's ball up. Sindri sniffed another shot at goal. But yeah, that's been the story of the Blues days, Brash. Just simple skill errors.
Yeah. Let's come back to
Faithful really enjoying that one. They knew they weren't going to get it, but if they did, boy, were they going to celebrate that one. Turner, the quick kick out from the stoppage out towards the wing position, bouncing football. Overruns that time there in Wood, had teammate in their support. Kick goes inside forward 50. Trying to keep it in there was Colombo over the head of Odermatt, and over she goes for a boundary. Throw in around the grounds with the score centre, Barry Cotts. It's all happening around the eastern suburbs.
It certainly is. Division 3. Ringwood 72, Templestowe 32, Baronia 79 to Basin 40, Scoresby 103 to South Belgrade 37, Warrandyte 52 to Finchley Gully 37, and Donvale 40, Churnside Park 36.
Really enjoying hearing Warrandyte up late in the game, Wayne Brusher.
Yeah, good fill-up for the football club. They need a win too.
Absolutely they do. They're under pressure. Turner's kick was touched off the boot, but he's got support there in Luxor, who was able to trap it. In fact, it was Hale that time, touches the ball on the ground. You don't see that in these conditions too often. Handball away to Turner. His kick was smothered brilliantly by Wood. The big man got it away up towards the half-forward line. Comes out to Young. And still across that half-forward line, though, was half-smothered. Odermatt scoops upon it. Jeez, he's just in a panic at the moment, isn't he, Lee? He kicks it to the top of the goal square or thereabouts. Over the top there of Colombo on Aberys. At top of the goal square. Stab around the body, and that's as good as it gets. Bailey Stevens has hit the post. He hit the pine. The crowd went up. I went with him, and well, it just nicked the Wood. Maybe too many touches of paint on the outside of that one as they bring the ball back in through Gill. The Waverley Blues. It's a 43-point margin out here at the hangar. Michael Robinson has the ball, and he's just going to chip it over the top there, and a strong mark taken by McKinley. Kicked a goal early in this game. Just going to do it in bits and pieces. They're trying to do it on their own terms along the wing position here. And here's Evans, winds around now on the right boot, kicks it to nobody is actually home. And I tell you what, the Jets might just run down the middle here. Here's Stevens on the right boot, kicks it up towards centre half forward. A little bit of holding on Brent English.
Shepherd.
No, he's taken it, given it against English, shepherding the other way.
Oh, interesting. No, you're spot on there. Alex Playstead takes the mark, Brash, as he switches it out wide, and McKinley goes forward.
McKinley chips down the line and yet again doesn't get to his target on the full, but a handball over the top finds the runner there in Ben Walker, who fumbles. He's on the arc. Maybe he sniffed a goal. Gave the handball back, and then the kick comes inside 50. But yet again, it's good pressure in the end from the Blues forwards. They should get a stoppage here as Twycross lays about his 18th tackle for the afternoon on Jake Sheriff. But you're right, Brash, their entry into the forward 50 in the second half has been poor.
I'm
speechless.
I'm a bit concerned about Waverley Blues coming down a division.
Snap around the corner. Touched on the line by Dylan's Ferns. That was Evans who got the snap around the corner, 9-8-62.
I thought they would be more competitive, but they're only in games for half. That's not good.
No, it's not. Might be a bit of fitness as a Blues player hobbling towards the line. So McIntosh is going to bring it back into play. Some thunderous quads. He's going to wind up and go towards the cricket nets. He just hangs it up in the air, and well done there by Bailey Stevens, who's been fantastic all afternoon. Knocks it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. It's been very, very good, the ex-Eagle.
All the key Waverley Blues players that we've at the front have really died out of the game in the second half.
Around the grounds with Barry Cotts on the score centre.
Yeah, Mulgrave and Murrabbark 94, Mulgrave 34. Mitcham One Turner South, it's One Turner South 68-31, and Lilydale is 74 to Park Orchards 50.
Well, the underdog's doing well today as we turn our attention to Division 3. Barry, around the grounds on the score centre.
Yeah, Division 3, we have Ringwood 72 to Templestowe 32, Baronia 79 to the Basin 40, Scoresby 103 to South Belgrade 37. Also Warrandyte 52 to Furniture Gully 37, and a close game Donvale Churnside Park. It was 4 points difference, 40-36 a few minutes ago.
So the Jets in the meantime have been toying with the Blues with some foot skills, envying that over the Hawthorn 13, 14, 15 side as Ferns goes down the line to the Viking. He was pushed under it by Wesley Smith, that is, but he'll get away with it. The umpire's feeling a bit sorry for Wesley. He's been towed up by Aberuzzi.
I thought you were going to say Wesley Snipes there for a minute.
Well, he might have done a better job today on the big Viking. He would have had a few tricks up his sleeve, Rash, as it's tossed in just forward to centre wing for the Jets. Taberner absolutely cooked.
Yep,
Giving his all today.
He's given everything he's got.
So he goes up. Wood, he's a big man, he wins the tap, just stepping in and out there beautifully. It was Young, gave it to Conyers. Conyers on the left boot. Odermatt's sniffing around it. Well done. So is Colombo. He collides into Young, goes up to the footy still. He's leading Hughes, or Walker, so it is. Walker pulls him down. No free kick. Young gave it off to Cassini. Short ball. The Viking is going to line up for 6.
Oh, this is going to be